The fact that I'm about to go on a tour is like amazing because I've always wanted to go on, you know, a tour this long. You know, it's 41 cities, so it's just gonna be a great experience. Well, I mean, there's only 2,000 people in my town. I'm from like a really small town in New Hampshire, and so like my dream was to be a musician, but I never thought it would be possible because I'm from such a small town. Like there's literally like no music scene in my town, but so I'd have to go to Boston and stuff. But you know, just it's cool because like I can connect with the people that are coming here, and like I really want to tell them to go and do what they want to do because that's what I did. Everyone that's on this tour like is so different, but we all became so close, and like I'm really excited to see what this show is gonna look like, you know, with the whole crowd and stuff, because we all do bring such a different vibe to the performance. I think everyone's gonna really enjoy it. It's crazy. I didn't think many people would know us in this town, and when we got here, it's like everywhere we go, so someone says something, you know, and it's so cool that people are still recognizing us like a month after the show ended. I was a big fan of Jeff Buckley. Jason Mraz was a huge influence, and I was fortunate enough to work with him. And John Mayer. That was amazing, like especially with like Jason Mraz, because I would listen to him like every day in high school, and like I would watch all his live stuff and went to his concerts, and now like we're texting back and forth about writing at his house, so we're gonna like write a duet together. So it's cool, you know. It's been so cool because like just a year ago I was like working the regular musician grind, like gigs every night, like really just hard work, and it's really cool to see something finally pay off, you know.
You know, I think from the beginning of it all, you know, I had a dream and a vision to do that. So I think that, you know, you put your mind and your focus to it, that you can make anything happen. So, you know, I kind of did and I kind of didn't, because the goal was to do that, but I wasn't sure of the outcome. But thank you Jesus for letting it come true, and you know it's happening, and it's awesome. You know, it's a huge honor, and it's a huge undertaking, because I basically had to write and record a record in 3 weeks, which is ridiculous. Like, it's insane. But what's great about the show is that it prepares you for stuff like that, to take on challenges like that. And so really, I just buckled down and just put my best foot forward and just tried to write as many awesome songs as I could in the amount of time that I was given. And so, you know, the record's going to come out August 12th, and so we have to like get it all done before July. So I'm flying back after the show in Binghamton Tuesday, and going back to LA and finishing it, and then coming back and getting right back into the tour. And so it's insane. To be completely honest with you, I never really felt pressure doing that. I was having so much fun that none of that really affected me. And so with this, it's just going to be just like the show, and bring the same amount of energy and craziness and awesomeness, and just, you know, have fun. And also let the people that come have just as much fun as I am, and everybody else is. It's awesome. It's got a cool vibe. I mean, towns like the small towns, I love, because it reminds me of, you know, my hometown. My hometown, like, it's not that big, but the population is like 200,000. But the town itself is like a really small, you know, very, you know, this is kind of like a very country, like, you know, out in the middle, like the mountains. Like, that's where I'm from. Like, you know, North Carolina, like this Blue Ridge Mountains, the Parkway. So it's like a little town, like an oasis. And these towns like this remind me of just, you know, it's very quiet, it's calming and relaxed. I've been out in LA. LA's a nut town. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy town full of, you know, over the top, outrageous people. And here, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of crazy people here, but, you know, it's just so much more just like a home. It's just like, you know, like a welcome home, like hometown type feel. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's so flattering to have people that, you know, they were affected by, you know, your voice or your music, to come up to you and compliment you, and even just people that, you know, just watched the show, that were fans of the show, that said, "Hey, I saw you on TV, da 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 da." You know, it's like, it's just cool. You know, it's a cool, and it's a cool way to meet people, I guess. You know, I mean, people, they come up to you, like, you don't know who they are, but they know who you are, so you just like, you immediately click with them, because, you know, like, they've been watching you for so long, and so they know all this stuff about you. But, you know, it's a great way to meet them, you know, from a fan's perspective, or whatever, and it's just really cool. Yeah, I mean, there is a slight bit of pressure, because you're trying to achieve success with your career, and it's going so fast that you're kind of on on a freight train, and so you really kind of have to ground yourself and just make sure that you're still staying true to who you are, throughout the whole process, because you can really get lost easily because you have a bunch of different people helping you or telling you different things like, this and that. And so the main thing with this is that, whatever pressure that comes with whatever projects you're doing or whatever, you really just have to stay true to who you are as a person, because that's what's going to make you happy, and whatever the outcome of whatever anything happens in life, you're still going to be happy with whatever. All my stuff was stemmed from rock and roll, Queen and Rush and Led Zeppelin, and I loved a lot of old school soul stuff like Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding and Sam Cooke and Sam and Dave, and just that was really kind of like my bread and butter, so to speak, on musical influences, which is stuff that I listen to a lot. The song that I'm really excited, I love the Dazed and Confused, the Led Zeppelin. It's just awesome. They got the cool. They're gonna have the smoke and the lights and all the good stuff, and it's just gonna be a killer show.
Perfect.
So come out. You got to come out.